Thank you so much, Toastmaster Ashok. Without much ado, let's put our hands together to welcome the person who is going to review the management book, Power of Words by Mohammed Kathani. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster R.K. Mangla.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, Priya Ganesh. I bought this book 2 years ago during our district conference when we had Mohammed Katani give a keynote address. I really did not put too much of thought into it when I bought the book. But after buying the book and all of them were inside the conference hall, here I saw him standing and actually trying to sell the book. For a minute, I was wondering, a world champion of public speaking standing and selling a book? So I took that time to interact with him and we were joking around. I was talking about, some of the comments he made in his keynote address. In fact, he had said that, if you think I inspire you, put up a picture of me. Take a look at my picture of the stuttering champion. Even put a picture of mine inside your toilet. So when you take a bath, you can take a look at it and be inspired. So when I walked up to him, I pulled his leg stating that I'm taking this. We took a picture together and said, I'm putting up this picture in my bathroom. And he was flummoxed. He really did not know why I made that statement. And then we were explaining and cracking jokes. And only out of courtesy to all the time he spent talking to me, I bought this book. This is not a typical management review book. This is definitely not management, but I still decided to go ahead and review this book because it has a lot of hidden messages for all of us. Of course, the direct message being if a person who suffered from stuttering could make it so to such a position of being the world champion, then all of us can achieve our dreams. I do have a problem myself. When I get extremely excited or extremely angry, I stutter. I know it took a lot of time for me to overcome that, but even now when I get emotional, I stutter. So all of us have been in that place. And that is where this book made a lot of sense to me. It's beautifully divided into about 17 chapters, where each chapter talks about one change or one part of his life which pushed him to the next level. From being called the broken record, getting an advice from his grandmother, where she actually says, be like the rain. If you're going to be invisible, no one can see you, then be like the rain, where you make a huge impact, even though someone can't see you and you might be only available for a very short period, in spite of which have a huge impact like what the rain does. And then he goes on to talk about his math test that he had taken, where he took the test just because he loves math, nothing more to it. And he won the third place in an international contest. So these are some of the examples where he talks about what you should do when you're approaching something. I know all of us say at the end of the day, what matters is the audience's response and not the trophy. Try taking away the trophy from any one of the contests like what happened last year, then we will know how attached we are to that trophy. But later on, we realize, the trophy is somewhere you hardly remember it unless you keep polishing it every day. But that one compliment you got from one of the audience is what makes a difference. And this is not just about the contest, but that's what happens in all our lives. Whatever we do, we need to do it with passion for the love that we have. And that's why he didn't give the example of winning the world championship, but he gave the example of taking a math test. As I said, the messages are a little hidden. We have to do a little bit of detective work, but it makes a lot of sense because it goes beyond Toastmasters and beyond the world championship. Another beautiful message I took from this person is in every stage of his life, he realized he always had someone to depend on. It was either his brother in the earlier stages and then his friend in school behind whom he was always hiding. The typical Hollywood movies where you have this big, bulky friend of yours who protects you from all the bullies. He had one too. And then he moves on to college with another friend who spurred him on to public speaking. And once again, when he goes to college in the United States, he has another person whom they call as the mayor, and he's dependent on this person. So how he breaks away from this dependency. So much so in one particular place, he gets into a bar to do stand-up comedy every night to get over that challenge of stuttering, and he loves the stage. And he finds that stage to be entitling, but then he does not share the fact that he's doing stand-up comedy with the person who's been guiding him. In fact, there is a stage where the guide thinks this guy is probably doing drugs or hanging out with the wrong crowd, but he's actually doing stand-up comedy. So you can see the transition of being a dependent person into forcing himself to become independent. And I think that transition makes a huge impact in his life. And also, he talks about how he wanted to become a doctor, but because of a scholarship that he got, he went on to do his college in Arizona State in the US and then move on into a job with his uncle's company. So, in many situations, he talks about the conflict between the passion for what he wanted to do and how, because of certain circumstances, he had to pick up different other routes. But in the end, he was able to achieve his greatest passion, and his greatest passion was talking in front of 1,000 people. It was not about winning the world championship. And after he won the world championship, one person who came to get an autograph from him said, "It was such a moving speech, go change the world." And that's when he realized initially, yes, he wanted to talk before 1,000 people, but the intent was to change the world. And using that, he went ahead to give a lot more speeches. He does a lot of programs with people. One, yes, of course, the paid programs, but he also works a lot with the underprivileged, and he's made this mission of wanting to change the world into a dream come true. Somewhere I feel that all of us have a particular mission in mind, and we forget it because of the daily challenges and the day-to-day challenges that we have in life. If all of us are able to identify the mission like what Mohammed Katani did, I'm sure we'll be able to take care of the day-to-day needs and also make sure we meet up with what we want in our lives and die as happy people who have accomplished our dreams. And that's why I wanted to review The Power of Words, the journey of a stuttering champion. Thank you so much. And back to you, Priya Ganesh, Toastmaster of the Day.
Thank you so much, Aarti. It was a wonderful book, I would say. I don't know whether it is a wonderful book